Good afternoon, Soars. We're so delighted to be with you today. If you don't know, I'm Soar Shay Dow Johnson, and I will be moderating this golden panel today with my Sarah Bridget Davis. And we are having tea time with the Golden. So we are very excited. I'm going to turn it over to Sora Bridget, where she will ask our golden panelists to introduce themselves. So, Bridget, if you'll just call them out by name and ask them to tell us a little bit about themselves. So, Bridget?
Soror, Barbara,
Yes.
what year did you initiate? And tell us what school you graduated from.
Okay. Well, I was initiated in December of 1965 at Temple University in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. I didn't graduate from there. I transferred to George Washington in DC, and that's where I actually finished a few years later after I left Temple. There were 4 on my line. I thought there was another, but there was only 4, including myself. So it was a really small line. We did not have individual Ivy names. We did not have a line name. We did not have, what's the other thing? A number or anything. There were just the 4 of us. We didn't do any of that back in 1965 at Temple. That was just not something that we did. And that was an interesting fact because we didn't do any of we didn't have a step. We didn't do any of that.
Sarah Bertha, you want to join in and tell us where did you graduate from and where did you pledge?
I was initiated December 7, 1957 at Texas Southern University in Houston, Texas. There were 13 of us. And different from what they do today, we had paddles that we had to carry with us. We had pails of ivy that we had to carry with us at all times. And when we were together, we did walk in a line and we did sing, but the ski-wee and all of that we did not do.
We're going to move on. Sarah Julia, you want to talk to us about when you were initiated and your chapter name and if you had a line name?
Yes, our chapter was chartered May 1, 1970, Epsilon Sigma, and the charter chapter was chartered by the first line. The name of our first line was the Striving 32, and I was the chair of that first charter line, Striving 32. And we did it all. It was at East Texas State University, 1970.
Or Linda, you want to jump in on this conversation?
I pledged that, that's what we called it at that time, pledged at Beta Kappa chapter at Houston Tilson College in Austin in November of 1969. We didn't have individual names, but we did have a line name. We started out with about 12 girls, but we ended up with about 6. There were only 6 of us on the line that went over, and we were called the Sexy 6. And I feel like that was more because of the fact that during that time, they were wearing the hot skirts, the short skirts and all of that, during that time. Because when we, during probate show, during the day, we wore the long pants, pink corduroy pants. And during the night, we had the pink corduroy, what they call it, what kind of, not hot pants, but short skirt. What did they call it then? But anyway, the short skirt, the night for the probate show. We had the short skirt showing all our beautiful legs.
Okay, sips tea.
So listen, Sarah Linda, Sarah Geraldine, talk to us. Where did you initiate?
And I initiated at Houston Tilson College in Austin, Texas also. But my year was 63, and there were about 11 of us. We didn't have a name, a group name. We were just little sisters. And one thing, we had a green book, a little green notebook, and you had to get signatures by Friday from every soror.
But you know what was different in 57 from what you all probably experienced? We stayed in the Ivy League Club one entire semester, and then we went over the next semester.
Sorry, Shirley.
I pledged at Bishop College Delta Kappa chapter in the fall of 1969, so it was December 1969. Sarah Munzie and I were line sisters. We were the tantalizing 10 and prided ourselves in being scholars in addition to pledging. So most of us made the dean's list the semester that we pledged.
Lorraine, talk to us about where you initiated. What chapter did you initiate it into?
I initiated at the University of North Texas.
I'm sorry, Dara, so thank you for joining us. We want to talk to you about your initiation process.
I was initiated in Gamma Psi at Texas Southern University. It was April 1958.
Thank you, Soror Doris. Sorors, you guys have been wonderful.